Focusing on the big story that has come to us from the world of medicine, and this has given us something to smile about. The first made in India cervical cancer vaccine is here. Vaccine maker Serum Institute of India, we know them because they famously have produced the COVID vaccines as well. They are saying this cervical cancer vaccine will be available by the end of the year, and it will cost an affordable 200 to 400 rupees. The vaccine that is currently used for cervical cancer, it's imported and therefore it's more expensive. It costs anywhere between 5,000 rupees to 8,000 rupees, which means it becomes unaffordable for many, many young girls. Now, the development is important because cervical cancer is the fourth most common cancer in women across the globe, and it's the second most common cancer in women in India. India, in fact, reports 1.2 lakh cases and approximately 67,000 deaths because of cervical cancer every year. So that's a big number. So the question is, who all can take this vaccine? How safe is it? And are there any side effects? To tell us more about that, I'm being joined by someone who knows this vaccine very well, who's seen this vaccine very closely. This is Dr. Smita Joshi. She's the principal investigator for the Serum Institute of India's HPV vaccine study. Dr. Joshi, first of all, thank you very much for your time here on Mirror Now. Can I start by asking you, who all can take this vaccine? Is it only young girls? If yes, what age? And can older women take it as well?
This vaccine is, the studies were conducted in girls and boys aged 9 to 26 years old. And the study that Serum Institute of India conducted was, conducted at 10 to 12 sites across India, and more than 3,000 girls and boys participated in the study. So the vaccine is now approved for boys and girls aged 9 to 26. The recommended age for the vaccine is, before anyone starts the sexual debut. And ideally, girls should be targeted first because of the risk of cervical cancer, as you have rightly mentioned. And worldwide also, the priority should be given to girls according to the World Health Organization. So girls aged 9 to 15 is the ideal age for taking this HPV vaccine.
Okay. Dr. Joshi, here's the thing. Many people are not aware about this vaccine. When I was growing up, when I was between the age of 9 and 15, either this vaccine didn't exist or my parents didn't know about it. If I want to take it now, in my 40s, will it be effective or not?
Yeah, so the first HPV vaccine was approved in the US in 2006. So probably when you were young, this vaccine wasn't available.
Correct.
The vaccine is highly effective when it is given to a girl prior to her sexual debut when she is very young. And therefore, the recommended age is 9 to 15 years by the WHO. And those who haven't got the vaccine by the age of 15, for them, the age group can be extended to up to 26. And ideally before they are exposed to sex.
Okay.
So for older women, we have something else which is called a screening, and maybe I can talk about it if you have time.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. So for older women who are married, who are sexually exposed, they should get screened for cervical cancer.
Okay.
Now, you might have heard about pap smear screening. That is one of the methods for screening for cervical cancer, which is being used for the last 40, 50 years. However, there are newer tests that are equally good or even better than pap smear. And the World Health Organization recommends that all women aged 30 to 49 should get screened with a highly precise test or most superior test, which is the HPV test. So if someone has HPV infection, then there is risk of having cervical abnormalities called cervical precancer and then cervical cancer. Therefore, screening for adult women and vaccination for adults and girls is the way to go forward.
Okay, so roughly speaking, best is between ages 9 to 15. Priority to be girls, but boys should be given this vaccine as well?
Boys should be given the vaccine. However, there is a huge demand of the vaccine, not only in India, but worldwide, mainly for girls. So whether boys should be given a priority at this time, the government will decide. But when it becomes available widely, when the girls are vaccinated, probably boys can also be vaccinated. In several developed countries, boys are also being vaccinated. It depends upon the availability cost of the vaccine for boys as well as girls,
Okay.
but girls should be given a priority.
So the cost will be anywhere between 200 and 400 rupees. That is what Adar Poonawala is telling us. So the cost isn't exactly prohibitive. I want to ask you if going forward you're seeing this vaccine as part of a universal immunization.
Yes, that is the way to go. It should be a part of the universal immunization program so that the eligible girls get vaccinated, and the vaccine is available free of cost in the universal immunization program as well.
And Dr. Joshi, I know I'm stretching this point because there are many ladies watching us, and I'm asking this question on behalf of all of them, and this is something that I want to know as well. Post 26, is it absolutely useless to take the vaccine?
It is not absolutely useless, but the efficacy of the vaccine goes, reduces as the age advances, and there is not much benefit of vaccinating older women. Older women must get screened for cervical cancer with the HPV test and not the pap smear test. So, screening for adult women, and then there are simple treatment modalities that are available for the treatment of precancer. So screening of women, and then if they are found HPV positive, then appropriate treatment saves lives in the older age.
Okay, so a couple of important points you're telling us. This is a made in India cervical cancer vaccine. You're telling us it's absolutely safe for children, that the ideal time to administer it is between 9 to 15 years old, maximum if you need to stretch it till 26. After that, if you take it, the efficacy goes down and there's really no point taking that vaccine. And going forward, it's important to include it in our universal immunization program. Dr. Smita Joshi, we leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for bringing us clarity on the Made in India cervical cancer vaccine and why it is important for all young girls and, if possible, young boys to take it as well. Dr. Joshi, we leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much.